Over the last several years, I have been reviewing home automation stuff, smart switches from different brands, smart sensors which turn on and off automatically, like the on off. I've done a lot of these videos, and every time you realize you need a device to control some of your equipment. What if you have a switch that does everything that these different sensors do? That's exactly what Iotics has done with these bunch of gorgeous looking switches. Let's dive in and have a look at them. So these are made by Iotics, and these are called the touch switch range. So it's a very simple name, no complications. They come in different sizes based on whatever you have in your house. These are retrofittable, so that's another plus point for these switches. So if you already have some switches in your house and you want to upgrade to home automation, these can be easily retrofitted. So right now I have 3 of these versions with me. Let's quickly have a look at packaging, just to give you an idea of how nicely these guys have put these switches together. Just like any other home automation device, they are app controllable. They do work with your home automation stuff like Google Assistant and Alexa. They also come with a proprietary remote. Some of the technical details here. So the 8 gang or the 8 switches, which they call it, has a particular loading capacity, which is given here. Of course, they do come with some exciting features like backlit LED on it, even though the switches are off, so that you can see them in the dark. These are 2 different units here. One of them has a plug, one of them doesn't. One of them has a fan regulator, one of them doesn't. They have some great features built in, like for example, the fan has anti-humming module built in so that you don't have any noise from your fans. They also sent me this little bell over here. So this is a bell switch. Again, it's pretty advanced. It can work with your DC bells as well, which are battery powered. So let's quickly have these opened up. I like the packaging though. It's very simple and straightforward. So here's the bell switch. The user manual's spot on. So there's everything mentioned very clearly in it. And the website is really slick, so if you have any doubts or issues, you should check out the website as well. So this is the AC and a DC compatible doorbell. When I say DC, I mean if it's a battery powered module, you do have an option to enable this for that. So there is a protective coating on all of their devices, and it's a very subtle looking bell. At the back, you have all the specifications. They've given some instructions very clearly how to connect your wires. And these are made in India, so it's prominent there. So if you have a electrician, or if you have some knowledge on how to connect these switches, if you understand electricity, I think you can go ahead and try it yourself. So retrofittable. So if you have a standard module of a bell switch, this should fit in easily. Opening up some of the bigger devices. So this one is the 8 gang. Yes, so this is the 8 gang switch, remember? So these are more advanced. So this one comes with the toughened glass. And all of these switches that you're seeing have capacitive touch featured on them. So you don't have to press these buttons, you just have to glide your finger on them, just like your mobile phone screen these days, and the switches work. Instruction manuals are perfect. They are very clear, crisp instructions given. If you have an electrician, they can understand it very well as well. And this is the remote I was talking about. It's proprietary. All of their switch devices come with a remote control in them. So you don't have to buy this separately. I think every module you buy will have a remote switch, except for the bell and the geyser plug, I guess. Yeah. So straightforward remote. So there are fitting screws inside as well. And there is a protective coating on this device. I'm also opening up the other unit. So this one's got the plug, and it's got about 6 switches. 5 switches, sorry. So there is a fan switch with the controls on this one. As you see, there's a remote control unit included in this one as well. That's all there is in the box. So these come in 2 different colors. You have the white option as well as the black. Both look great. Based on your interiors, you can choose the colors you need. And these are really heavy and they feel really premium. So let me know what you guys think about this design concept and the way these switches look. They're really cool looking devices. I mean, they can just make your house walls look totally advanced and futuristic. And wait till you see when these things are switched on. I mean, they have some lighting effects in their switch. Every time you action something, there is a light. So that's going to make these look even more gorgeous. Like I mentioned, at the rear, you have all the instructions given to you. For example, this one has different load capacities on different relays that they have behind each of the touch switches. So based on that, you can connect, if you have an 8-gang member like this one, you can connect an AC or any other heavy device. So the bell, of course, is a smaller device, so it's straightforward. Connecting it to an AC doorbell, for example. Whereas the complicated ones like, the plug switch as well as these 8-gang members, they have capacities varying based on the device you want to operate. Retrofittable. So I have a plug system here which is already fitted and there's no way I'm going to break a wall to have this mounted. So that's the best part about Iotics. I mean, you can take off your plug literally and push this into the wall, screw it in, and it will be ready to go. So I'm just keeping it right in front of an 8-gang switch here, and this fits exactly in that slot. So you just have to take care of what kind of load you're putting on which of the switches here. Once you know that and once you've chosen the switches, it's just easy to just get them connected. They also have a provision to help you choose a UPS line for certain switches here. So that's really nice. Who would think about that? Taking off the glass panel is very simple. There are 2 slots at the bottom. All you need to do is just put a screwdriver in and just give it a twist and it would separate the glass unit. You have to remove this to have this mounted on the wall. So once you take this off, it will show you the exposed parts inside. And you can see the 4 slots there to insert your screws. It's very nicely finished, even without the cover. So all you need to do is just place your glass switch on top of this once you have done the wiring and if the unit is already fixed in the wall. And that's it. The beauty of this thing is it glows even in the dark. And you can see that those red lights are always on if you want them to be. And every time you put on a switch, the color changes to blue. And this is how it looks on a typical wall. It's gorgeous. And there's no effort when you press these buttons. They're just so sensitive. You just have to just glide over your hand and just feel the switch there and it will switch on and switch off. As simple as that. So I really like this interface. I mean, it makes anyone use this easily. The best part is it's water resistant from the front because it's just a glass panel. So you can just spray on and clean up your switches so quickly. You can't do this with the regular switch without risking a shock. But here, since it's just a glass panel, just like your phone screen, if you just spray a liquid detergent, you can just wipe it off. Now to make it interesting, they have a nice user interface based app. So I'm just going to download it from the Play Store. If you have an Apple phone, you can download it from the iOS store. And it's called the Iotics app. It's a typical app. You need to sign in with an account, with an email. Once you do that, it's simple. It just tells you to add a device and add the new device page. Now all you have to do is just select the switch you want. And to pair the device with your switch, you got to hold one of these buttons here for about 20 seconds and you'll see this glow which happens. Once you do that, there are some processes that happen wherein you got to feed in your Wi-Fi password so that the device gets connected to your router and you're all set. It's as simple as that. So the app is very intuitive. It shows you what switches are on, what switches are off. You can actually go and rename each of the switch based on whatever device you've connected. So right now, I'm trying to rename one of these already lit switches. By default, it says light. So I'm going to change it to whatever the actual device is. So there is a refrigerator there. So I'm going to rename it to fridge. I'm going to rename this one to the kitchen wash light. So yeah, anything you want. And the best part is you can schedule stuff. So if you have to leave your home and go away for some time and you're worried that someone's going to notice, you can schedule the lights all over the place and it will just look like someone's at home, someone's actually playing with the lights. That's the beauty of this thing. And this is a very full-fledged scheduler here. So you can switch on, switch off on any day of the week. There are also some settings where you can toggle on your LED status. For example, the red light. If you don't want them on during the nights, you can switch it off. Adding another device is very simple. Again, add a second device. Since you already saved your Wi-Fi settings, the second device gets added very quickly. You can name the switch based on the location it is on. And there you go. The second device is now visible. It says hall. So here you can see the plug device because it has a plug installed. Connecting it to Alexa is even more simpler. Open your Alexa app and search for the Iotics skill. And that's it. So once you install this, it then becomes easy for you to just talk to Alexa and operate these switches. So you will have to link your Iotics account with your Amazon account. And once you do that, it's pretty simple. It's going to be taking a while for you to do this because Alexa does take some time. But once you're set, all you need to do is just go to My Devices and you will see that it's already found some of the named devices. It's as simple as that. And it could be a simple command saying, Alexa, switch off the fridge. And that's it. And of course, you can create routines from Alexa as well. How cool is that? And this works with your Google device as well. And you can group these switches together. So if you have something installed on Google, it'll work there as well. And yeah, I almost forgot about the bell switch. It fits really amazingly well. And the beauty of it is when you press the bell switch, it glows red. And that's amazing because the person's going to even know that the bell worked. So what did you guys think? I mean, do you like the way these switches operate? They look really cool. I mean, I just found them really advanced and cool looking for your walls. Price wise, they're pretty reasonable. They have a discount offer going on. So do check their website. I'll leave links in the description below. In case you have any questions, please leave a comment and I'll try and answer them if I can. So that's my review of the Iotics switch modules. They're really smart and they're really nice to have in your homes. In case you like the video, please hit the like button. Do consider subscribing and I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching rTech. Bye.